Okay, so I think most of you have heard EMUI, which is the system on our smartphone since a long time ago, and but a lot of people, they have some misconcept of what EMUI actually is. I heard some of the popular YouTubers still saying that EMUI is a launcher. Yes, it looks like launcher, but it's not a launcher. If you look up EMUI on Wikipedia, it says that EMUI is a customized operating system based on Android. Okay, that is the correct definition. Okay. And that's important because one of the biggest benefit of Android is it's open source. Okay, if it's open source and we can go really deep into every layer of the software and optimize and making it works better with our hardware. So it's not just on the UI layer, but we have optimized all the way down to the core of the system to optimize the whole thing. Okay. EMUI 10 is our latest version of EMUI system, and of course it will work with our next flagship, but also our legacy phones are all the most legacy flagships are also upgrading to EMUI 10, so we can provide the latest function for the users. For example, we already started beta testing of EMUI 10 on P30 and P30 Pro, and starting from maybe October, we'll starting to have beta testing EMUI 10 on the main series, main 20 series. Okay. So the key improvement of EMUI 10 is, well, first is the UI design. Okay, because today there's not a lot of time, so I want to talk about two things. One is UI design, one is distributed technology. A lot of people talk about the EMUI in the past, but unfortunately, when they talk about the EMUI, when they talk about the advantage of EMUI, beauty usually is not the word they use. Okay, so this is something we try to improve in this version of EMUI, because people do care about something that they spend a lot of time looking at, okay, in a day for a long time, whether it's ugly or it's beautiful, right? It does make a difference. So we want to make the EMUI experience beautiful at the first glance. The first time you light up your phone, the first time you unlock your phone, you're looking at a beautiful piece of hardware, software, okay, apps. First is the always on display. Okay, this is available already for a long time in other handsets, but in EMUI 10, we are upgrading to a vivid LED display with a vivid color, okay, and a lot of animations as well. And also the color of the text on the LED display can change over time depending on the different time of the day. Okay, for example, here. So the color from warm to a little bit blue, and depending on which time of the day. Okay. So you have a dynamically changing color always on display on your phone, even before you unlock your phone. Okay. So this is the midday transition of the colors. This is the twilight. So just look at the change of the colors here on the text. Okay, and so that's the always on display. And the next big improvement is the magazine-like aesthetics. Okay, because I think most of us appreciate the aesthetics of a magazine layout, and we feel comfortable holding a beautifully designed magazine, reading them, right? Comparing with a newspaper with just a lot of text, right? But there's a reason for that. Okay, there's a lot of design decisions and design elements that goes to the design of a magazine layout. For example, there's a very big headline area so that people can instantly see what it's about. There's a lot of white spacing, so you feel comfortable reading them without a lot of text crumble with each other, right? And there's a grid system, so that everything is in its position, and there is some highlight elements like there's a color and photos that works together with the text. And so these are the key elements of a beautifully laid out magazine, and we are applying these design techniques into the apps of the smartphone as well. Okay, so we hope that when you are holding your smartphone, you feel like you're holding a beautifully curated miniature magazine in your hand. Okay, so you feel comfortable looking at your smartphone for a long time. So this is the old contacts, and in the new contacts, EMUI 10, it has a bigger headline area, and the white spacing is bigger. Okay, so you have a lot of bigger white spacing, and highlights. This is the interface without highlights, and this is the interface with highlights. Okay, so you see there's color implemented, so you can look at the difference. Okay. Of course, we apply this design language across most of the key apps, the stock apps in our new EMUI 10 system. So everything looks beautiful and stunning and elegant, and you feel comfortable looking at them for a long time. Next, I want to talk about color. So there's two color. The principle of color design in EMUI 10 is that for small elements, we use high saturation for small elements, and we use low saturation for large blocks. Give you one example. Look at this one. So these icons are small elements, so it's high contrast color selection. However, this one is big block, and this big block is low saturation color. And in EMUI 10, we are making a big decision in low saturation color. We're using a Morandi style color. Morandi comes from the name an Italian painter called George Morandi. His technique is to apply the white and gray color on top of other colors, so create a kind of subtle and subdued feeling to make it looks like very elegant and very high premium. And so we choose 6. I'm not sure it looks okay on this TV screen, but we choose 6 beautifully designed Morandi style color and apply them in several places. Okay, this is the contacts page. Okay, so today, if you have a Huawei phone, if you didn't assign any photo for that person, this photo is a landscape, right? Okay, in EMUI 10, it's a Morandi color, a randomly selected one out of the 6. Okay, and we're also applying this color in not just contacts, but also notes and other places. And we finally have adaptive icons in EMUI 10, where before we have round icons and square icons differently depending on our apps. But in the future, we have unified shape of icons, so everything looks consistent. Right? And also, not just the beauty in the first glance, but also we think that beauty go beyond the first glance and go into detail. A very highly anticipated feature in Android Q is dark mode, right? And but most time when companies implement dark mode, they simply just invert the colors. Okay, changing white to black, changing black to white. It looks okay for the first 1 or 2 minutes, but if you are reading in dark, low light condition for that inverted color, your eye will feel tired and uncomfortable for a long time, because that white font is still very bright, okay, and it still make your eye very uncomfortable for a long time. So that's why we use a different approach to implement the dark mode. So even not just the black one, even this blue color, they don't look very nice. Usually for other companies, they don't change the other colors. Okay, they just keep the colors as it is. They only change the black and the white color. So what we do is we actually invited a lot of users, okay, actual users, to our lab to do the testing, okay, and we created 4 different kind of lighting conditions. There's 2 indoor lighting conditions, 2 outdoor lighting conditions, and we changed the contrast ratio into different values to see how user react to different contrast ratio in different lighting conditions. Okay. This is a diagram of contrast ratio against reading efficiency. So if you are simply reverting black and white color, you are here, 21 to 1. That's the value of today's dark mode with simply reverting black and white color. But when we actually invited these customers to do the experiment, we find out the most comfortable area is here. Okay, no more than 15 to 1. Okay, and this is the contrast. We find from this lab testing data, we found out these area, the contrast ratio is the most comfortable one, not the 21 to 1. Okay, and so when we are applying dark mode, we are picking contrast ratio from these ranges according to the lab testing of many actual users. Okay, and maybe you cannot see clearly back there, but if you look really close, this white is a little bit different than the white font in here. So the white font in here is a little leaning towards the gray area, and so it's not as bright as this one. And also this blue color is different than this blue color. So this blue color is more comfortable more easier to read, okay, than that blue color. So this is something that we have spent a lot of time on to making sure that we want to deliver not just the dark mode, but the most comfortable dark mode, where you can use for a long time, long hours in a low light condition.